Hello and welcome back. Today's video is me talking about the 1-0 home defeat against Millwall. Honestly, I'm fed up, and you can tell by the way I'm sounding and the look on my face. I'm just fed up with these group of players, and at the end of the game I kind of just stood there. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Normally when I'm not happy with a performance I kind of just clear off, because I know I just get really angry and I start swearing and I'm, lose my frustration. But this time I just stood there with my arms up in the air like, what on earth am I seeing? And of course the fans, and rightly so. I'm normally against booing. I don't like booing. I feel like booing brings a lot of entitlement, but honestly I don't blame the people who did. And the ones that kind of went effing and blinding at the players. I kind of was just looking at them, and I'm just looking at a team that has accepted relegation. And this is what I put out online before I started recording the video. I put, after today I've accepted relegation, no fight, no idea, useless players, looking forward to them clearing off in the summer. Only player I would like to stay at the football club is Alfie, but he won't stay. Can't see us putting together a good run of form. It's done. And I honestly believe that until these players actually prove to me they want to stay in this division and want to give us a bit of fight, then we might see some good results when they start doing that. But they won't. I can't see them doing it. They've accepted it. And I do feel sorry for Matt Bloomfield coming in. Some people might say he was the wrong appointment, but honestly I think this happens regardless of who comes in. I do believe this has come about because we didn't act sooner as a football club, and I do think that is a fault of the board. I'm not putting 100% blame on the board like I've seen people do online. I do blame the recruitment team and the board and Edwards in the summer for not bringing the right amount of players through the door. I don't care about money. I never have. Because I know signing a player for X amount of money isn't always going to be the answer. You see all the top clubs do it all the time. They spend so much money and sometimes the player is a massive flop. So I am a strong believer on, I don't care how much money you spend. All I care about is having players through the door, and I don't think we brought the right players through the door. I think there were still one or two areas in our squad that we needed to recruit in. I was very critical on the proactivity of the signings going into that game against Burnley. Look at that defence, for example, was shocking. So I do blame that aspect on it, and I do blame the board on not acting sooner with Rob Edwards. I do think Middlesbrough away, that 5-1 defeat should have been his last. Unfortunately we didn't make that decision then, which is disappointing, but we have finally done it. But I do think it's been made far too late. Because there's just a losing mentality within this group of players, and it doesn't matter who we bring in on the last week of the January transfer window, because the new signings are going to have these current group of players that are more than established at this division. These players have proven that they can be championship players, but they're now proving that they're not. They're proving that, right, we're not good enough for this level, or that's what they're showing, and we're heading to League One. So the new signings, whoever comes, needs these group of players to actually be on the same level as them. Otherwise we're going down regardless. It doesn't matter who you bring in. You could bring in the best player in the world. He's got to have these awful players around him to try and do well. It ain't happening. It's just not. In terms of the actual game, because I know I'm going to go on a massive different direction with how I'm feeling. We made a couple of changes. I don't understand how Brown got a start. He's absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Awful player. Really bad. It's like playing with 10 men. Alfie's been out of the side, and I'm glad that Alfie got to start today. Of course, he was never going to play 90 minutes, as he's just recently come back from injury. That hour he had on the pitch I thought was good. He showed something which we haven't seen before. Someone who actually wants to put in the effort. The movement he was making on and off the ball. The deliveries into the box. He was trying. I actually saw someone try. That was nice to see. He also gave Morris a few really good opportunities which he was unable to turn home. But I thought it was a great performance by Alfie. But no one is on Alfie's wavelength. You know, Alfie's there and all the rest are here. It's not good enough. Yeah, so Alfie, good start from him. And then Morris came in. I do think Morris would have done better than Elijah, but it's clear to everyone that we need someone different up top because, yet again, our strikers are not performing. Morris definitely should have scored at least one goal. Yes, he was up against it with Millwall centre-halves in Tanganga and also Cooper, I believe. Two very good centre-backs at this level. Tanganga was a player which I wanted Luton to sign. But as you saw today, they won every single battle in the air. I think Morris won a couple, but most of the time he was going to lose. But they won every single battle. And what Luton did today really frustrated me. Because Millwall are a side that want to go long. And I didn't think Millwall were great today. No disrespect to any Millwall fan out there who's watching this. You might not be. I didn't think that was your best performance of the season. And I know you guys are more than capable of producing a lot better. But they just did the basics right. They won their battles. They had fight. They did everything right, which they needed to do. They played their game plan. And the way Luton played today, we played to their game plan. They wanted to go long. They don't want to play football. They want it to go long. They don't want to play the ball on the ground and move it about. They want to go long and then push the team. Push together as a team and play in the opposition half. And it worked. Because what Luton ended up doing is, when we did eventually retain the ball, we were then going back long to them. And then we weren't winning that second ball, the third ball, the fourth ball. Millwall was winning everything. The midfield today, in my opinion, was absolutely awful. I did say in my match preview that I felt we needed to freshen up the midfield. They did look tired. This is the same midfield that's played the last 3 games. So I do think we needed to add something to it. It's clear that we need to sign another midfielder. I don't understand why Walsh didn't play, because I thought against a side that want to go long, you need to be able to keep the ball. And as I'm recording this video, I can't actually believe it. I've got Soccer Saturday on and Plymouth have just scored at Sunderland. Oh, this weekend's going extremely well, isn't it? Oh, crying out loud. It's the 60th minute in that game and then 1-0 up. Great. Right, back to the game. But yeah, Millwall just won everything in the air. Absolutely won everything. And we just didn't. So I felt Walsh should have been on the pitch to help us actually keep the ball on the ground, keep possession of it, and make those 1-2 passing passages of play throughout the whole 90 minutes. And when we actually did move the ball quickly on the ground, and don't get me wrong, it only happened on a couple of occasions because we didn't try it often enough, we actually caused a few problems. Millwall didn't like it, they kept fouling us, but we didn't carry on doing that. And yet again, as well, when we're looking at our subs and we're thinking, right, we need to make a game changer, we need to do something to change the game, our substitutions have done absolutely nothing once again. This is 3 games in a row now. The same substitutions have done absolutely nothing. And it's the attacking players that have done absolutely nothing. Honestly, it's going to be a fun, last week of the January transfer window. I don't know what we're going to do. Oh, get in. Within literally, 60 seconds, Sunderland have got the equaliser. Never going to celebrate Sunderland scoring, but I don't really want to finish rock bottom off the Championship if we're going to go down. Anyway, we're going down regardless because these group of players can't build on a good run of form. Talking about good run of form, I think every team has the ability around us to do it. We're the only team that hasn't even done it this year, and I can't see us doing it for the remaining of the season. Millwall's goal, it was just a bit of quality. I did say that they would just shoot if the opportunity does arise, and it was a great finish. The penalty, apparently the ball went out of play. I couldn't see from where I was in the stadium, but regardless, the camera shouldn't be diving in like that to give away the penalty. Great save by Thomas. I was very critical of him. Yet again, he did a really good penalty save, so fair play. And he also did a really good save in the second half where there was a really good corner and Millwall won the header because they're really good at attacking set pieces. And he got down low and it was a really good save. Those were the really 3 opportunities which Millwall had. The penalty, the goal, and also that one chance from the set piece. That was their 3 opportunities. Regards to us, I can only pick out a couple because we didn't create much. First half, I thought Morris scored from the corner. Second half, I thought Morris scored from the free kick. I don't know how that didn't go in. And then I think there was a third opportunity where Clark had a go on the half volley. But that's it. Not enough. That's not enough opportunities to win a game of football. Matt Bloomfield's got a massive task, but I feel like we're done. But I back Matt Bloomfield in the summer to rebuild us and for us to go again. But unfortunately, it is going to be in League One. I don't know who we're going to bring through the door. I have no clue. But we need to make signings quick because these players think they're guaranteed to start next week. And that's a problem. Maybe when they've got competition, they might up their performances. It's the only way I see it happening. I wish I had the opportunity to speak to some of them today and just give them an absolute bollocking, but I didn't get given that opportunity. So it's just frustrating. It really is. And my weekend's ruined again. The thing is, I actually book more. It's actually a lot harder for me to go to games on a Saturday because I have to work on a weekend. I have more battles with my manager. I actually put more effort in arguing with my manager to allow me to have a Saturday off work than these players put in on a Saturday. It's mental, isn't it? Absolutely mental. But I'm just going to leave it here because I'm going to repeat myself. I think it's done. I think relegation's confirmed. Let me know what you think down below. Drop a like. It's a bit embarrassing that our goalkeeper's man of the match again at home. It shouldn't be like that. I don't know what's going to happen going forward, but yeah, please drop a like. I know we've lost. Subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I'll see you all in tomorrow's video. See you then.